Well, howdy, and welcome to Conversations with Coyotes. My name is Bravado, I am a coyote, and this is The Conversation. I've never really considered myself to be the improvisational type, and I say that because I don't want you to think I'm trying to present myself as some sort of expert on the matter. I mean, heck, the closest I've gotten to an improv class is watching characters on TV shows take them. But if there's one thing I've learned from watching those shows, it's the concept of yes and. And if you're not familiar, it just means that when you're acting alongside someone and they present a premise, you go along with it and you try to build on top of it instead of shutting it down and pushing your own agenda. And when everybody involved is on the same wavelength, it results in something really special because it means you've all given up a little bit of control and placed trust in everyone else that they'd see the scene through. Now you're wondering, what does this have to do with me if I'm not on an improv stage? But I think it's important to realize that yes and doesn't just make you a better improviser, it can make you a better person to be around. And here's how. Just like with improv, the concept of yes and in everyday life is a pretty simple one. It doesn't just mean that you're being a pushover and doing whatever anyone else asks you to do. It means that you're being a little more selfless and a little more conscientious of what others in the group enjoy and are into so that everyone has a good experience and not just you. And that could be simple things like letting the conversation run its course instead of trying to steer it towards the things that you specifically want to talk about. Or if you're choosing a place to eat, making sure it's something that accommodates everyone's diets. Of course, within a group scenario, there are going to be arguments because that just is bound to happen. But it shouldn't be the default state of things. Everybody should be looking out for everyone else and trying to elevate the experience. Now, maybe you're not entirely comfortable with this idea, and that's fair, but if that's the case, then I urge you to evaluate why that might be. Because on one hand, it could be your own inhibitions, and that's something you yourself need to work on. But on the other hand, it might be because you don't trust the group of people that you're with enough to say yes and to them. And if that's the case, then you need to find a new group of people. They always say in school that peer pressure is a dangerous thing, and it can be. But at a certain point, you should have a group of peers that you trust and that you believe have your best interests at heart, to the point where peer pressure is actually constructive more than anything else. If you haven't found that yet, then it's time to keep looking. Well, that's all I got. I do want to say I appreciate your patience. Sorry for the lack of video last week. I just wasn't happy with what I had, and you know how it is sometimes. I will be at TFF, like I said before, and I look forward to seeing y'all there. There will be a panel thing that I'm doing that I'll have more information on sometime in the near future. But in the meantime, thanks for watching, and I'll catch y'all later.